These 10 astounding details about Osha and Mae, the enigmatic twins of Star Wars, were unveiled in the Acolyte Episode 7, which ultimately exposed the truth about what actually transpired on Brendok. Billed as a mystery thriller, The Acolyte distinguishes out as truly distinct among the Star Wars films and television series. The show has shown that description to be accurate thus far, with numerous incredible storyline twists. There is currently only one episode remaining in the Acolyte Season 1 finale, a second season has not yet been declared, and the penultimate episode revealed important new information before that ending. In particular, what actually happened between the Jedi and the Brendok witches 16 years before the events of the Acolyte has been one of the show's biggest mysteries, and it has finally been revealed. In fact, Episode 7 not only fully solved the enigma surrounding Brendok, but it also unveiled these 10 startling facts regarding Osha and Mae's ancestry. Anasia, Mother, was not into violence. In contrary to what Master Soul believed, Mother Anasia was not the aggressor. Mother Anasia has shown herself to be a very complex character, and Episode 7 really served to highlight this. She led a coven of witches with dubious motives, and while the details of how she created the twins are still unclear, it is certain that she possessed extraordinary force strength. But in the case of Mother Anasia in particular, it appears that her motives were honorable. In fact, Episode 7 made it clear that Mother Anasia intended the Jedi encounter to remain peaceful in addition to the fact that she would allow Osha to leave with them. The information that Mother Anasia had actively desired the Jedi confrontation to end peacefully was new, even though Episode 3 had earlier hinted that she would accept Osha's decision. Since Mother Anasia seemed to have been a nice mother who sincerely wanted the best for her daughters, Episode 7 really helped to highlight how awful her death. Mae saw her mother's murder. Mae's trauma was so much worse than it seemed. As previously mentioned, the Acolyte Episode 7 disclosed that Mae had witnessed Mother Anasia's murder at the hands of Master Soul. This component of Mae's past hadn't been disclosed because Episode 3 hadn't showed her death, since that constituted a significant portion of the mystery. Rather, Mae informed Osha in Episode 3 that their mother had passed away, but both Osha and the audience thought this was because Mae was somehow responsible, whether on purpose or by mistake. This new knowledge fundamentally alters Mae's personality. She has now transformed from the vicious killer that the Acolyte's early episodes seemed to be to a frightened young girl seeking retribution. To be honest, this revenge mission suddenly looks much more reasonable. Both Mae and Master Soul will certainly have fascinating character development in the Acolyte finale, but given everything that has happened, the show may find it difficult to portray Mae as the antagonist and Soul. The Jedi framed Mae. The Jedi allowed Osha to believe her sister killed the coven. It was distressing to learn that Mae's coven, including her mother's, had been killed by the Jedi, who had set her up. Because Osha had witnessed Mae set the fire and Mae appeared to have always had aggressive inclinations, Soul was able to persuade Osha that Mae was the one who killed the coven due to the fire she started. In actuality, Mother Anasia was stabbed by Soul with a lightsaber in front of Mae while she attempted to defend her. Even after the Jedi saw Mae crying over her mother's corpse, they continued to exploit her as a scapegoat. Since Mae was held responsible for her mother's death by the people who killed her, this was undoubtedly terrible on top of painful for her. This is equally devastating for Osha, who was raised by her mother's real killer and grew up miserably resenting her sister, possibly the last surviving family member. Soul chose to let Mae fall. Master Soul decided to save Osha's life over Mae's. In this episode, Soul didn't appear better than he did, and that didn't change even after he killed Mother Anasia. In particular, Episode 7 offered crucial context to the scene where Mae and Osha are both grasping for each other and Mae falls to what Osha thought was her death. It is revealed in the episode that Master Soul was supporting the bridge from both sides, each with a twin perched on it, but in the end, he let go of Mae in order to save Osha. This only serves to emphasize how completely Master Soul's obsession with making Osha his Padawan had obscured his judgment. Many have already noted that Soul's attempt to support both sides of the bridge was nonsensical, as he could have just utilized the Force to capture the females. Not bad writing, but it illustrates Soul's state of mind at the time, when his only concern was rescuing Osha.